Today is Wednesday, June 14th. It is National Bourbon Day, and after the action we saw in the market the last couple of days, perhaps that's a good thing. I want to start out with the S&P 500, and just looking at this chart, you can see a breakout from a range, still a rising trend, the 50-day average here, and there's all the fun from the other day with tech, and hardly a blip in the S&P 500. And the reason I'm leading with this is that tech is the largest percentage of the S&P 500. And overall, the market seemed to have just weathered the storm. Let's take a look at some of the tech stocks that were in play, the FANGs, or however you want to call them, starting with Facebook. And excuse the old markings there, but what I want to show is the 50-day average here. Came down, temporarily violated, and bounced right back. So to me, that's a good sign. Like, it was overdone, it needed a rest. Looking for an excuse, so it got it, but it's refreshed. I think the bulls are back. Amazon, same story. Big decline. Again, ignore the old markings. Big decline, and this nice rebound so far in progress. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to continue higher and it's going to be above 1,000 tomorrow or whatever. I'm just saying that this is in decent shape, that it came down from an overbought condition, and we can check that out here. You know, these overbought levels here, ahead of mini corrections, and then touch the 50-day average and bounce. That's a good sign. All right, here's where we're starting to get into trouble. Apple. There's the 50-day average, and now we have two consecutive closes below the 50-day. The market isn't open yet today as I record this, so two consecutive closes, and I think the media made a big deal that it was the first time below the 50-day average since December, but you know, so what? I think what's more important is the fact that it is below the average and has not gotten back above the average. And Netflix, same story. Looks like this has some issues. Google, Alphabet, whatever you want to call it, didn't even get down to the average. So again, I think this is in good shape. I'm not saying it's going up today, tomorrow, or the next day, but I think it's in good shape and not damaged too much. And Microsoft, again, bounced off the 50-day. And get rid of those confusing lines. And for fun, let's look at some of the other big names in momentum land. Here's Tesla. I mean, it's you know, practically at a new intraday high as of yesterday. And I think this morning it's bid above that, so it's at a new high. Nvidia, that's some reversal, but you know, not even close to the averages. Rebounded nicely. Applied Materials, same story. So again, going back to the S&P 500, you know, not a whole lot of rocking and rolling there. A little volatility intraday, but not a whole lot of damage done technically. Trend lines are still intact, and you know, you could draw whatever lines you like. Oops. You know, whatever lines you like here. Let's go back in time a little bit more. There's beginning of last year, which is a more significant bottom. So again, you know, no real technical damage here, and just because I love lines, you know, still above that breakout. There you have it. Tech was just fun. Probably gave some good buying opportunities for a bunch of those stocks. Two of them are a little weaker than the others, but overall, not terribly worried.